Great Question Block Ruins is one of the most interesting courses in Mario Kart World because of its wide selection of unique alternate routes. In every single section, there are plenty of paths to choose from. I plan on showcasing all of these routes and visualizing how fast they are to help you select your path forward, and some of the pathways might surprise you with their viability. The first step in this exploration is setting up a baseline. So I did a very beginner route, taking the straightforward path, no fancy tricks. Throughout the video, you may notice that my baseline does not take the tightest turns, and there are two reasons for this. Firstly, I wanted a ghost that would be easy to replicate so that the only difference between the baseline and my character's speed is the route we take, not the performance of that particular run. Secondly, this showcase is using time trials, but I want it to emulate a normal versus race. And in versus race, there are plenty of variables that slow you down. There are racers crowding your way, items you need to dodge, and so on. So I want to show an average pace that one might have in a normal versus race. With that out of the way, let's start at the beginning of the course. Now, this first corner has a very large mushroom cut where you hop onto this railing to jump down to the corkscrew turn. This shortcut saves quite a lot of time, but be wary, it's kind of tricky to pull off, so practice this cut a bunch, or have a second mushroom ready to use just in case. Let's rewind back a bit, as there is a second alternate path on this turn that I bet nobody ever uses. This railing. Instead of drifting, hop on the rail and do a forward jump at the end. As you land, start a drift to get a mini turbo. Surprisingly, this is a similar speed to the baseline, but it is a good amount of risk for almost no reward. Moving on to the next section, this corkscrew turn. My baseline takes this turn the same way I see many racers online. Too much speed, heading into the grass and barely making it out. It's pretty slow, so let me first show a simple way to take this turn better. As we approach the drop, start a left drift and trick jump off the ramp. When you land, your kart should be angled nicer to take the turn as tight as possible, saving a lot of time. But there are two other ways to do this turn, both involving this railing. The simplest way to get onto the railing is to start a charge jump before the drop-off. Do not trick off of this ledge. Then, once you land, hop onto the railing for an easy corkscrew. It saves a ton of time. Finally, there is the world record way, which involves two of the paths shown so far. You take this grass cut onto the angled rail, and if you have enough speed from your mini turbo or an extra mushroom, you can easily land onto the inside railing, combining two shortcuts for a massive time save. Look at how long it takes the baseline to catch back up. It's the world record route for a reason. Moving on, there is one alternate route during this turn, and that's jumping onto the wall and climbing to the railing above. This will send you airborne at the end to glide above the racers, but it might be smart to land a bit earlier than I do, because the trick boost ended up helping the baseline get in front of me. Also, in versus mode, there is a single item box up here, so you aren't missing an item set if you take this route. As we continue past this turn, the track really opens up into many pathways, each with various positives and negatives. Let's take them from left to right. To the far left, there is this upper cloud path, but it ends with a really sharp turn that you can't really take mid-air, so you need to angle yourself correctly, and the only way I found to take this route successfully is by landing on this rail, but then make sure you jump off of it the best way. Regardless of how you jump off the rail, you end up behind the baseline, and even here, I am terribly angled going into the cloud section. So overall, this route's a dud. The next path is a bit better. It's the chain below. You get some free coins that land right on this boost panel, and you are set up to take this next turn very well. This route is very easy and very simple to take. The final alternate path of this area is to the right, and it's common in time trials. You ride this chain up and jump over the island, trick off of this pillar, and then veer over to the main path, keeping you in front of the baseline. There are two variations of this right path. The first one is something that I'd like to show you because I haven't seen anyone else do it. If you have enough speed via a mushroom, you can jump right off of the chain and land on this floating island. Then you are set up for a nice line towards the clouds. This is a very fun and easy shortcut in my opinion, and it's almost doable without the mushroom, but I wouldn't take it without the mushroom. Next, as we turn into the cloud section, there are multiple paths to get over the clouds. The first one has to be the huge skip that everyone knows about. You can do a charge jump or a speed boost off of this ledge and trick off of the ring. Then, you can wall ride off of the block on the left, and barely jump back onto the course after the clouds. There is a more advanced method where you jump off the second ring and get a nice turn through the boxes, but it's very difficult and I couldn't even land it. Now, that method is definitely the best method, but it's also the hardest. So let's look at the other options. As we approach the turn, if you stay to the left and hop onto this railing, ride the rail and then fall off of the end. Do not jump off of this first railing, or else you will mess up. If you fall off, you will land on the second rail. From here, you can jump straight and do an awkward recovery, or you could jump left, trick off this ring, and then land on the clouds. And surprisingly, this path is actually faster than my baseline, which is pretty cool. The final variation of the cloud section is fairly slow. We keep to the right as we approach this final turn, ride the rail, and jump over to this platform above, which boosts us above the clouds. But with the outside pathway and the slow fall at the end, it's very slow overlap. Additional note, there is a single and double item box on the platform in Versus races, so you do not miss an item set. We're almost done with the race, but there is one final alternate route, and it's very simple. It's the mushroom cut that you can take through the final U-turn. And with that, there you have it, a full exploration of every alternate route on Great Question Block Ruins. This map really showcases the flexibility and customization of routes that the player has at their disposal in Mario Kart Worlds. You can mix and match your paths jumping from island to island, and it's why this course is one of the greatest of Mario Kart history. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, I hope you subscribe or leave a like. Additionally, if you have a course that you think should be dissected for all alternate routes, let me know in the comments below. Finally, thank you to my patrons. Your continued support means the Mario Kart world to me. Have a nice day.